Welcome to the Handed Down Kitchen, where we bring antique recipes out of the past and back into the kitchen. Today we're going to show you how to make a First World War era recipe for Turkish coffee according to Georgina Ward, the Countess of Dudley. This is a sweet coffee, but you can always reduce the amount of sugar to taste. We found this recipe in the beverages chapter of our copy of the Second Dudley Book of Recipes, and this method is different to how we usually make Turkish coffee, which took our interest. So to make 1 cup of coffee, you'll need the following ingredients. Just enough cold water to completely fill your coffee cup, plus a teaspoonful more. Per cup, 2 teaspoonfuls of freshly ground and roasted Turkish coffee, and 1 teaspoonful of caster sugar. Set a cezve, a Turkish saucepan as the Countess calls it, over a medium heat, either on the hob or using a traditional style spirit lamp, and pour into this the cupful of water that you've just measured out. Bring this to the boil. Once the water has boiled, remove the pan from the heat and then add in your 1 teaspoonful of caster sugar and 2 heaped teaspoonfuls of freshly ground and roasted Turkish coffee. And remember, this is the amount for 1 cupful. Stir all of this very well together. Then return to the heat and slowly allow this to heat up until you see the coffee begin to rise to the surface. This will take about 1 or 2 minutes. Keep the heat constant and your eye on it. When it begins to rise, take it off again and let the coffee sink back down. Then return it to the heat and repeat this step 3 times. And as I mentioned, this is very different to the method we usually use to make Turkish coffee, nor have we ever seen it done this way before, where you allow the coffee to rise and then sink again and then rise again. And at this stage, you would usually be taking the bubbles off of the top of the coffee with a teaspoon and putting them into the bottom of your coffee cups so that when you pour in your coffee later on, you get this layer of crema on top. But that's not how the Countess made her coffee, so that's not what we're doing. Finally, add a teaspoonful of cold water. The Countess says that this is to settle the grounds, and it's ready to serve. Slowly pour your coffee into what the Countess calls a Turkish cup. A Turkish coffee cup is of similar size to an espresso cup, which you can use just as well, and fill it right up to the top. And that is your coffee ready. You end up with a lovely sweet Turkish coffee, perfect for a mid-morning energy boost. There are so many slightly different ways to make Turkish coffee, and here's how the Countess of Dudley made hers more than 100 years ago. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please leave us a like, and if you'd like to see us recreate more antique recipes, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can also find full instructions for this recipe and many more on our website, linked in the description box below.